Welcome back to a new era, guys. Anuj here, and in today's video, we're actually going to shoot avocado toast, which is one of my favorite recipes. And if you like the video you saw, make sure to like and subscribe and stick around till the end because I'm actually going to show you how you can make this avocado toast yourself. Anyway, let's get right into it. So as you can see, this is our whole lighting setup over here. We're going to be focused on the corner right here. So if you follow me, actually, we're gonna start off with this softbox. We have like this quick little $40 softbox from Amazon that my girlfriend wonderfully gave to me. So yeah, this is gonna light up the scene really nicely, at least in terms of the subject and the avocado toast. And moving on back here, we actually have some RGB lights. We have a blue one set back here. And if you look over here, we actually have a pink one. And that just so it gives it a little bit of a tone. It just gets a little bit of a more, ambient lighting. And then back here, we actually have this tube light from Quasar, just to kind of make the background look a little bit more interesting, and another one to help light the whole, process overall from the front, just at a warmer tone. So yes, that's basically our lighting setup. By the way, if you want to check out these lights for yourself, there's actually going to be a link in the description below. And I just wanted to let you guys know that for these types of shoots, you really want to plan these things out. You want to talk about what lens you're using for what shots. You want to try to have the composition ahead of time. And then also, you really want to know what transitions you want in between shots, because that's just going to make the process efficient. And it's probably going to look a lot better than just freestyling all your shots and hoping that they come together in the end. Anyway, let's actually talk about the first shot that we're gonna take. We're actually gonna capture our opening shot with the 85mm lens, and we're gonna have it capturing Nargis walking in on the production set. And so the reason we're using the 85mm lens versus something a lot wider is because we don't want to capture too much of the set. We really want to capture the atmosphere and vibe she's in. Also, quick tip, foreground is overpowered. So what we're gonna do is actually use the 85 to shoot through these and make the intro shot a lot more interesting. Let's check it out. All right, so this is gonna be our model Nargis. And as you can see, she is very capable and yeah. Anyways, let's move on. For the rest of the shots, we're actually gonna be using the Tamron 28-75, and that's because we're gonna be doing a lot of cool detail shots. We're gonna be working with the toaster, the cupboard, the plate, the avocado, throwing the avocado, and things like that. So anyway, let's get right into it. So while Nargis is setting up our next shot, I wanted to tell you guys about what frame rates you should be shooting at. So for these kind of B-roll sequences, you really want to be shooting at higher frame rates. So we're talking about 60 FPS, we're talking about 120 FPS. And also your shutter speed should be double that. So if I'm shooting 120, which I am, I should be shooting 1/240. And the reason for that is because you want to have natural motion blur in your movement, and it just makes things look a lot more realistic and appealing. Another thing that's probably useful to note is that I actually like to shoot in the color profile of HLG3. The reason for that is because I think HLG3 works best for me in low light situations such as this. Back to the scenery. Scenes. I want to eat one.
This is looking so incompetent. Like, I don't know how to fucking cut an avocado.
This one's better though.
It's just
like,
very
the
mushy.
slices are actually coming out.
No, the other ones are too, but I'm trying to force them so he can get a shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants a shape of the video, but like, what is this? This looks like...
Yeah.
So for all of our shots, we're actually using manual focus, and we're using a lot of focus pulling, which is basically just changing the focus as you actually take your shot, because it just makes the shot a lot more interesting and it just gives a whole nother dimension. Another thing that we're doing is actually adding a lot of dynamic camera movement, which is basically just adding a different angle to a typical pan, or you could also like trace what your object or subject, not object, they're not an object, they're a real person, but what your subject is doing. For example, you could follow their hand to the toaster, pulling out the bread and then following that over to wherever they're gonna take it. finally, we got all our shots. Let's put some editing magic on that, you know, and some sound design just to really bring it to life. And here it is once again. So let me tell you this little recipe. You can do whatever you want with it, add your own little ingredients, but this is how it generally goes. So what you want to do is you want to start off with some bread, whatever you like, just toast that up real nice. I like sourdough. Then you want to spread some pesto on it, cut up some avocado. You can actually mush that up and spread it like that, whatever you prefer. I prefer the slices just because it looks aesthetically pleasing to me. And then what you want to do, if you want, you can actually put some lemon drip on it. It's not called lemon drip, but you know, drip some of that lemon juice on it. And then what you want to do is actually put some dried tomatoes on there. It's gonna make it a lot sweeter, and I like sweet things, so I got you. And then you just want to sprinkle on some feta cheese, some red chili peppers, some, what is it called, bagel seasoning. And then you just want to, you know, drizzle that sriracha on top to give it a finale. And there you go, you have some amazing avocado toast. I'm gonna leave a link to a playlist with these kinds of videos that you can check out so you can learn a little bit more and make your B-roll sequences that much better. Also, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you learned something, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.